Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about another types of animals, which is amphibians. Amphibians mostly are frogs. Here's our little frog friend on the lily leaf, I guess. And frogs have the most, and now we'll go through some facts about them to know more about amphibians. First is most have smooth, wet skin. So like here is a type of amphibian that we're going to talk about a little bit later. It's a salamander. You can see its texture of skin. It's really wet. It looks really wet. And looks smooth too, doesn't it? So we'll see you later, Mr. Salamander. Okay, goodbye. So they also hatch from eggs. They lay eggs in the water. That's one of the characteristic of the amphibians. Most of them lay eggs in the water. Here's a frog egg that almost hatched. They look like marble because the person who took the picture is zooming into it. So you can see our little tadpole friend. They're almost hatching. They're almost big enough. So you can see its eyes, its body. The frog will be a tadpole, and then it will hatch from the eggs and then swim in the water until it grows legs and get bigger, and then it will jump up the ground and then become a normal frog. And then it will lay more eggs. So this is really cool. I really like this picture. It looks like little marbles, so I can play with. They have backbones. Mostly all kinds of animals have backbones. So like we have backbones. You know that from my reptiles video before. So now we're gonna talk about two kinds of amphibians. First, we go back to Mr. Salamander right here, waiting to let us talk about him. They look like lizards. Yeah, they do look like lizards. Maybe if you haven't recognized yet, if you, at the first, you thought this was a lizard, you'll be like, hey, why are you letting me see a lizard? We're talking about amphibians. Lizards are reptiles. That might be what you think if you think this is a lizard, but it's not. It's an amphibian. It's a salamander. It has really wet skin. They don't have scales like reptiles. Their skin is like a frog. I have to admit, it's really like a frog. It's kind of like slimy. It feels cool. I never touched one before, so I don't know. Anyway, let's go to our next amphibian. Our American toads. There's more information about that. So let's see. Here's a little American toad that I draw. It doesn't really look like a toad. So it's saying hi to us. Hi. So the first one is they have camouflage. Here's the American toad, and they have camouflage. Look at this guy. It's really hard to see. Here he is. He's blending with the gray wood. Maybe he's sleeping. His eyes look like he is about to sleep. So we'll leave this guy alone to let him sleep. Let's keep seeing. Here's some stuff. Here's a really cool adaptation. If an animal tries to eat the toad, it has a kind of liquid, and the animal that eat it will taste the liquid that tastes terrible. It's really long. the toad, so when an animal try to eat it, here's the toad, here's the animal, eat it. And the toad, its body will made out kind of a poison really fast. So when the animal just bit it, there will be poison liquidy stuff that came out of its body, and the animal had to spit the toad out, and it will stay alive. That liquid must taste really terrible. I don't know how terrible it is. I wonder. So maybe one day I'll see American toad, and then I'll watch it and see what it does to survive. Who knows? Maybe when I grow up, I go explore in the forest and saw American toad. Maybe. That's they eat bugs. Wait. Oh, no. I forgot. I have one more picture to show you that it eats bug. So sad. I have deleted, and now I cannot show you that picture. I am so sad.
You just describe it.
Here's the toad, its tongue. Imagine this, my thumb is its tongue, and then a little bug flying around. It will get its tongue, stick on the bug, and then get the bug inside its mouth. So these American toads also eat worms. They eat worms, earthworms, worms in the soil. So they will dig the soil up, get the worm, and eat it. One more cool thing that I never know, that they hibernate. So in the winter, they will dig a hole in the dirt, and then they will get into that hole and then sleep until the spring. So that's really cool. And when the spring comes, they will make a sound to get a mate to born new babies. I can't really remember how the sound is, but I guess it's nice. It must be a cool sound. So we are done with my mind map. Amphibians are cool. I saw lots of frogs before. I saw a toad. I saw a toad last week at Echo Park. So it's really cool. I look at it. I look at the toad for a while. I was like that, and I'll wait until the toad it just stay in that position. Finally, my mom made me to go, so I say goodbye to the toad, and then I walk away. I really like amphibians, but I like birds more. I hope the next lesson will be about birds. So, to get to the future, we must stop at the